Saint Lucia is ensuring that it capitalizes on the acceleration of digitization in shipping. The government of Saint Lucia, the Saint Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, through the Department of Infrastructure, Transport and Ports at the CARICOM level, are working on implementing a single digital platform or Maritime Single Window. This will allow officials to share and exchange information with ships calling at ports. Permanent Secretary in the Infrastructure, Ports and Transport Ministry, Lenita Joseph, elaborated on the window and its benefits.
The Maritime Single Window is a system designed to streamline the information exchange between maritime stakeholders, including the Port Authority, shipping agencies, Customs and Excise, and the Department of Immigration, Port Health, and other relevant parties. The core objective of the MSW is to simplify the administrative procedures associated with maritime trade by creating a single entry point for all required documentation and data submissions. In essence, the MSW serves as a digital hub where all necessary information can be transmitted electronically, reducing the need for multiple submissions to different agencies and minimizing the occasions for delay, errors, and duplication.
Stakeholders will develop an implementation plan and project proposal for the establishment of a MSW. Officials will also assess the regulatory, legislative, and institutional framework for the clearance of ships on island.
We will also be doing this as well in 4 other member states. Antigua and Barbuda has already implemented the MSW, and again, we will receive a presentation on their experience in that regard. Of course, the PS also mentioned the importance of having an MSW. It really talks about making the procedure for clearing of ships as smooth and as seamless as possible. In the OECS, within the context of the Economic Union, we are all working towards harmonization. We are all working towards having common approaches. We are all working towards having seamless frameworks, both legislative, regulatory, and institutional, for conducting business within the region. And I think it's very important that we keep that in mind, because the goal and the vision we have for the establishment of the MSW in the OECS is that all of the member states will have similar processes, so that when ships come in to clear in the member states, they don't have different approaches and different systems in all of the member states.
The International Maritime Organization, through the Facilitation Convention, lays the groundwork for a single channel connecting ships to border management officials since January 1st, 2024.
The idea of the aim of this visit is to understand what is the current situation, your legislation, and at the end of the day, we can prepare identification of the needs you have, with identification of hardware and software that you may have, and take into account the limited resources of IMO, we would approach possible donors, other member states, to present the outcome of the visit to the 5 OECS countries.
Antigua and Barbuda was chosen to pilot the MSW project. Saint Lucia will utilize its model to establish its own.
Since inception, we wanted to bring this to other OECS member states, CARICOM in particular, CARICOM in general, OECS in particular, because of the treaty organization and the similarities that we have. We had some delays, primarily due to COVID. We can always blame it on COVID, but I can tell you, this man has been a thorn in my skin. I would have used another language in another forum, but this man has been a thorn in my skin in order to bring this thing to maturity so that Saint Lucia can benefit. And he represents you well in terms of making sure that we can bring this system and set it out for everybody.
The Maritime Single Window will allow for the streamlined procedures to clear the arrival, stay and departure of ships, and greatly enhance the efficiency of shipping in OECS member states. Joachim de Plessis, HTS News Force.